Mina's New Journey. Chapter 1. The Whispers of the Past. The adoption agency building was quiet, a hushed silence that seemed to absorb all sound, making the soft hum of the fluorescent lights feel enormous in the stillness. Sunlight filtered through the blinds, painting stripes across the polished floor, but Mina barely noticed. She sat beside Sarah in the small, comfortable waiting room, her hands clasped tightly in her lap, a knot of anticipation and nerves twisting in her stomach. David couldn't bring himself to come despite making an earnest effort to do so. It had been a few weeks since her conversation with her parents, since she had finally voiced the question that had been growing in her heart. Could she find her birth mother? The decision hadn't been easy. It had taken days of internal debate, sleepless nights, and the profound impact of Raven's story. Mina remembered the raw, heartbreaking cries from Raven's house, the cruel words, the smack. She had seen the mask Raven wore, the tough exterior that hid such deep pain. And then Raven's own words, "It was the best thing that ever happened to me." Raven's courage, her desperate hope for a different future despite a horrible past, had resonated with Mina in a way nothing else had. It made Mina curious about her own origins, not just accepting them but truly understanding them. And here she was, about to get the answers she wanted so badly. Now here they were. The door to the office opened, and a kind woman with gentle eyes, Mrs. Lee, called Mina's name. They followed her into a small, modern office, filled with warm light and a few potted plants. Mrs. Lee explained the process, the careful, often slow steps involved in searching for birth parents in another country. It was a complex task requiring immense patience. "So, Mina," Mrs. Lee said gently, her voice calm and reassuring, "your mother tells me you're interested in learning more about your birth family." Mina nodded, her hands still clasped, a tiny tremor running through them. "Yes. I want to know about my birth mom. And my dad if possible." She took a deep breath, the names feeling strange on her tongue, yet deeply significant, like ancient keys to a locked door. "My birth mom's name was Kim Ha-na. And my birth father was Park Jun-ho. My given name was Park Mina." Saying them aloud made it feel far more real, more tangible. Mrs. Lee wrote down the names carefully, her pen scratching softly on the paper. "Thank you, Mina. This information is very helpful." She explained how they would reach out to their associates in Korea, how they would search records and go through all the legalities involved. "It can take some time," Mrs. Lee cautioned, her voice gentle. "Records can be difficult to trace, and sometimes birth parents may not wish to be contacted, or they may no longer be reachable. But we will do our very best. The ball is in their court now, so to speak, to see what information they can provide. So, it will be a few weeks until they can get back to us at least," Sarah added, putting a comforting hand on Mina's arm, trying to manage expectations. She was trying to be reassuring to Mina, to calm the anxiety she knew she must be feeling. Indeed, Mina was feeling it. She was hoping this could get resolved in a few days, but it was clear at this point she was in for the long haul. Mina nodded, a mix of nerves and anticipation swirling inside her. She understood the uncertainty, the possibility of failure, but a new kind of hope had taken root. Raven's story, her brave choice to try to break a cycle, had opened Mina's eyes not just to the pain of others, but to the possibility of understanding her own past, not as a source of abandonment, but as a part of her unique melody, waiting to be fully heard. This journey felt like a way to improve her own understanding, to compare her experiences with others, and ultimately to succeed in finding a more complete sense of self. The journey to find her birth parents was just beginning, a new, unspoken melody waiting to be discovered.